So these are the 10 steps that I took to break my binge eating habit and lose weight and hopefully keep it off forever. So let's get right into it. So the number one thing that I did was change my mindset. So I had really gotten into a mindset of like, in order to lose weight, I had to restrict myself and I had to get out of that. I had to change my mindset from I have to restrict myself from these foods that I love to I love myself enough to feed myself nourishing foods and find new foods that I like just as much that actually help me to sustain my body. You know what I mean? I had to change it from I have to do this to I want to do this to take care of myself. So how I did that was I use guided journals. So I will link down the ones that I use below, but I did one per month. So this is kind of an ongoing thing, but I felt like it really helped. So the second thing that I did was cut out artificial sweeteners. So this is just for me and my body, but like I said, I was having a lot of health problems, stomach issues, other random things that were going on. And so I decided to cut out artificial sweeteners. I thought that was part of the problem, and it definitely was. Also, after I cut them out, I realized that I was a lot less hungry. And I have since had a Diet Coke occasionally, and I can tell you every single time that I have a Diet Coke, I am way hungrier for about 3 days after. I didn't believe the hype either. I didn't think it was true that artificial sweeteners were bad, but now I have witnessed it, I have experienced it, and I can say artificial sweeteners make you hungrier, at least for me. And so the third thing that I did was I just decided to walk every single day. It didn't matter if it was 10 minutes or 30 minutes. I really didn't put a time frame on it. I did set personal goals for myself, but that's because I'm kind of competitive and that helps motivate me. So like for example, the very first day that I went, I could barely walk 1 mile. Oh my gosh, it was a struggle. So I just slowly increased that until I could walk now we can walk 5 miles without stopping and do like about like 15 to 17 minutes per mile if they're in a stroller. If I've got the kids walking, it's obviously way slower than that. But that's where I'm at now. So walked every day. That was the only activity that I decided to do. If it was too bad to get outside, I don't have a treadmill at my house and I don't go to the gym. So if I couldn't get outside, I did Grow with Joe workouts, which are like you can do I think she has 5 minute ones, 10 minute ones, or 30 minute ones. But if you are struggling and you feel like you're not motivated to exercise, like you don't have to do a strenuous workout, just getting your steps in, literally like doing this, just do this in your kitchen, while you're cooking or whatever. Just get the movement in. Like you don't have to do anything crazy. Like literally. Or dance, put on some music and dance, or there are dance workouts where you could like dance with someone else. I like those because it makes me feel like I'm working out with someone. That's why I like doing those. But you don't have to. You can just move your body, run in place for a while, or just walk around, do whatever you gotta do, but just get the movement in, just walk. Again, walk during the commercial breaks. Get up and during the commercial breaks for your favorite show and just pace around your living room or walk, from one side of your house to the other until the commercial break is over. You don't have to say like, oh, I have to work out hardcore for 60 minutes every day or else I'm a loser and I'll never lose weight. Like you gotta get yourself out of that mindset. That's part of the mindset shift that I was talking about, because I know you do it, because I did it too. I still do it. I still am like sometimes where I'm like, I don't want to do my leg workout, so I guess I'm just not going to work out today. I just don't want to do it. And I have to remind myself, okay, if you don't want to do your leg workout today, then don't do it. But let's do some dancing. Let's do some, I like to try to learn dances just for something fun. I don't post a lot of them. I don't know. Maybe I will learn dances and start posting shorts of them. But I just don't post a lot of them because I look dumb. I'm not a good dancer. But I do it anyways because it moves my body and it's fun and I like listening to the music. And it's way more fun than doing crunches or an actual workout. Like I do those sometimes, but if I'm just having a day where I don't want to do it, I still go back to where I just go for a walk. Just get the movement in. You don't have to do a lot, but just start saying, I'm going to move my body for 10 minutes today. And then do that for a week. And then go, I'm going to move my body for 20 minutes a day. And then do that for a week. And don't put a whole lot of limits on yourself. Just say, I'm going to move my body today. Every day when you wake up, just say, I'm going to prioritize myself and I'm going to move my body. I matter enough that I want to have my limbs greased up and lubricated so that I'm not using a walker when I'm 70. Seriously, that is my motivation. My motivation, I'm not trying to get a bikini body. I'm trying to be able to go up the stairs when I'm 70. Find whatever your goal is and just tell it to yourself every single day. Every single day, you're going to tell it to yourself. Like, especially when you don't want to do anything. You got to figure out what works for you. The fourth thing is to get enough water. I'm telling you, you're probably not drinking enough water. You might be, but probably not. So a lot of times our bodies will confuse hunger and thirst. So you're thirsty, your body needs water, but you feel hungry, so you feel snacky. That's when you kind of feel the snacky, like I just want to eat random crap. That can also happen if your blood sugar gets low. If you're feeling like you're not really hungry, like your stomach doesn't feel empty, but you are hungry, because here's the thing, you can be hungry without being hungry, right? So you got to get in tune with your body. Does your stomach feel empty? Is it kind of growling? Is it making weird noises? Is it, do you feel hungry? And then if you do, absolutely eat something. But if you don't feel that and you're just kind of like, I don't know if I'm really hungry, but I definitely want to eat, drink a glass of water and wait 10 minutes. Like, you don't have to keep yourself from eating everything. You don't have to keep yourself from snacking. You don't have to keep yourself from eating the cookies. But drink a glass of water and wait 10 minutes and see what happens. And if you still feel like you want to eat, then do it. But a lot of times you'll forget about it. That's what I like to do. I'll drink a glass of water and I'll go do something else, and then all of a sudden it's been 2 hours and I'm like, oh, I guess I wasn't actually hungry. I've even made myself a snack, walked away from it, and then got into like dinner, come back to the kitchen to make dinner, and my snack is still there. So I'm telling you it works. But all these things, like, here's the thing also, is that I always wanted instant gratification, right? It's like I do the good thing today and then it works today or at the latest tomorrow, right? But you got to be consistent with all of these things. Once you are consistent, it's like a snowball effect. You'll be consistent, the good habits add up, and here's the thing, the time's gonna pass anyways, so you might as well do it. It's slower and it's hard to be patient in the beginning because it might seem like it's not working, but you're setting a foundation for yourself for all the good things that are to come. You're setting a foundation for yourself, and it will be a snowball effect. You'll add the little tiny habit changes together, and then eventually it'll snowball and the weight will seem like it's just falling off, like it does for me now. I am never uncomfortable. I am never feeling like I'm hungry or that I'm deprived or that I can't eat anything, because I allow myself to eat whatever I want. But because I created this foundation for myself at the beginning, whatever I want now looks a lot different than whatever I want would have looked like a year and a half ago. Get one of those water bottles that has the hours on it if you have to. Infuse your water. Get one of those water bottles, the big ones that are like 64 ounces, and it has the hours on it. And then before you go to bed at night, throw a strawberry or a couple cucumber slices or a couple leaves of mint, whatever you like, in there. Or I just like straight up ice water. For me, ice water is a treat. So if I just make my water into ice water, I will drink it a lot more. My kids do like the fruit infused strawberry and blueberry. Just drop that in the water, leave it in there overnight, and the next morning the water it's flavored water. So the next thing is to just try one new healthy recipe per week. So what I like to do is take something that we already eat a lot of, Salisbury steaks, spaghetti, meatloaf, Alfredo, like chicken Alfredo, and I just made them healthier. So I'm working on a recipe book right now. I'm a mom of 3, so quick, easy, simple. Easy is my go-to, so I will definitely be linked down below when I have that done. Nothing fancy, just quick, simple, easy recipes that I have gathered up, because again, when you make that first healthy recipe, like you're just trying to find things that you like. So if you try it and you don't like it, then you don't have to ever make it again. But if you do like it, you can add it into your rotation. And at the beginning, yeah, it's just one healthy recipe per week. But then the next week, it's 2 healthy recipes that you're able to make. And the next week, it's 3 healthy recipes you're able to make. And the next week, 4 healthy recipes. And then eventually, you just have enough where instead of only eating one healthy recipe with all the foods you currently make, you're going to be eating almost all healthy recipes that you enjoy and love because you've slowly added them instead of trying to just burn everything down and start over fresh at the beginning, which it doesn't work, by the way. I've tried it. We've all tried it. It doesn't work. Just do 1 healthy recipe per week. You're not going to overwhelm yourself. It'll be easier. You'll be more able to concentrate on it, to figure out exactly how to make it easier the next time. Things you like or don't like about it that you could change for the next time. Sometimes maybe there's like one seasoning in there that you're like not a fan. Next time I'm going to try something else. And then you try it a different way and you really love it. Also, don't be afraid to eat vegetables in different ways. So like personally, I like broccoli air fried. My husband likes it steamed. I like canned carrots, and some people like raw carrots. You just have to figure out what you like and how you like it. I like sweet potato with sour cream and butter on it. Other people like sweet potato with like a little bit of brown sugar or honey on it. Everyone's different. Test it out. Every vegetable can be made in different ways. Every vegetable can be air fried, can be steamed, can be baked, can be sauteed, can be grilled. Everyone can have butter on it, garlic butter. Garlic. I have a garlic macadamia oil. You can get garlic olive oil. You get avocado oil. You can put cheese on it. You can put Chihuahua cheese on it, mozzarella cheese on it, cheddar cheese on it. Here's the thing that you gotta remember, okay? If you're sitting there and you're like, but Molly, all of these vegetables, you're putting cheese all over them, it's not healthy anymore. To that I say, are you going to then go eat pizza or mozzarella sticks instead of eating the vegetables because the vegetables aren't yummy enough? Because if you are, then you might as well take the cheese that you're craving, the salty cheese, and cover the vegetables in it and pop it in the air fryer until it's all melty and good, and eat that as your meal and actually get the vegetables, actually get the nourishment from the vegetables than just going and saying, well, cheese on vegetables isn't healthy, but just steamed plain vegetables are gross, so I'm just gonna eat pizza because I might as well, and I'm just gonna stay fat forever. Does that sound familiar? Because it sounds familiar to me. 1 new healthy recipe per week. Keep track of them. Just go and do some research. Research healthy versions of recipes that you already love, and research brand new recipes to try. You don't even have to try new things, just try things in a different way. And because here's the secret, okay, you don't have to go and buy all these fancy vegetables, all these artichokes and spaghetti squash. I don't know, I don't like spaghetti squash, but you know what I mean. Like, we get by on like canned and frozen carrots, frozen broccoli, canned and frozen green beans, yellow potatoes, sweet potatoes. What else do we have? Canned and frozen peas, the frozen California medley mix, the frozen stir fry mixes. Those are what we buy the most of. I don't like salad, so I don't ever eat salad. Okay, I tried so long to love salad, and I just don't like salad. So I get my vegetables with vegetable soup. I love soup, so I do that instead. I've tried to get out of this mindset of like, other people do it, so I have to do it too. Because you don't. You don't have to. If you don't like salad, don't eat salad. If you like soup, eat soup. If you don't like soup, don't eat that. My husband and I like fruit in different ways. So I like my fruit. I like cooked fruit, and he likes raw or frozen fruit. So my yogurt, I put the frozen fruit in the microwave for 2 minutes for it to get all like warm and release all of its juices. And then I put it on the yogurt and it's so delicious. And he likes to just put the straight up frozen fruit on his yogurt and then it's all frozen. But that's how he likes it. So just try different things. So step 6 is to get 3 cups of vegetables every day. So really plan and dedicate yourself to just 3 cups of vegetables per day. You're not eliminating anything yet. You're not trying to set a calorie limit yet. You're just adding things right now. So 3, you do want to be track your food, but you don't have to cut anything out yet. So add in 3 cups of vegetables per day. So this could be any kind of vegetables you want: vegetable soup, air fried, steamed, sauteed, in a casserole. It does not matter. Raw, salad. It doesn't matter. Just get in 3 cups of vegetables per day. Then your next step, get in 2 cups of fruit per day. Again, doesn't matter. Raw fruit, cooked fruit, canned fruit, applesauce. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to do those 2 things until you get comfortable. So it could take a month, it could take 2 months, it could just be 1 week of each. But once you're comfortable, then you move on to the next step, which is to increase your protein. You're probably not eating enough protein. Protein really does help you stay more full, but the thing is, it doesn't happen instantly. You don't like eat a steak one night and then it's got protein, so then the next day you're able to control your hunger. That's not how it works. You do have to do it consistently. I will tell you, after consistently getting over 100 grams of protein every day for a month, my hunger and cravings went way down, especially my sugar cravings, which is kind of bizarre. So you've already been tracking your food, so just go back and look, see what your average protein intake is per day. If it's 40 grams, you're just going to increase that by 20 grams for that week. So if it's 40, you're going to try to get 60 grams of protein that week. And then the next week, you're going to try to get 80 grams of protein. The next week, 100 grams of protein. And increase that till you get to 120. But you can keep increasing it all the way up to 200 or even more. There's some people who really are gaining a lot of muscle trying to bulk up who get over 200 grams of protein a day. But the reason why you want to go slower is because if you try to go from, say, like I said, getting 40 grams of protein a day to all of a sudden getting 120 grams of protein per day, what you're going to do is you're going to rely very heavily on protein powders and protein bars. And while those are great ways to get protein, you will get really gassy and an upset stomach if you are drinking like suddenly 3 protein shakes in a day. You want to try to get most of your protein from real foods. So eat 2 eggs with a half a cup of added egg whites to it. Eat cottage cheese as a snack. Greek yogurt is really good. Obviously, meat is going to be your big thing, but there's a lot of vegetables that have protein in it too. And it's just like 1 or 2 grams of protein per serving, but that adds up when you're getting 3 or more cups of vegetables per day. So once you've got your protein increased to 120 grams per day, then you're going to move on to the next step, which is to find out how many calories you burn in a day. Just living your normal life. So I personally do not add in my exercise to my calories eaten. So I use my Net Diary. I really prefer my Net Diary over my FitnessPal. It has the option to either add back in the calories that you have burned or to just leave it always steady 1 calorie goal. And that's what I do. So you want to find out how many calories you're burning just living your life, not doing anything. So there's calculators for that. You're going to look for a total daily energy expenditure calculator. And be honest, because this is going to determine whether or not you're going to actually lose weight. Whatever that says, you're going to subtract 500 calories from it. Now, after you've done that, try that for a week. If you're uncomfortable with that, you can do it more slow and just decrease by 100 calories per week until you get to that 500 calorie mark. But I just decreased it by 500 calories right away. So mine started out, I think I was at 2,400. So my calorie goal is 1,900. And then now my calorie goal is about 1,700 because I've lost weight. You just want to do 500 calories. Don't do this 1200 calorie nonsense, 1400 calorie nonsense. I guarantee you're burning more calories than that, and you'll be able to eat 1800 and 1900 calories. Will you lose weight faster if you only eat 1400 calories? Probably, but you're going to be miserable and you're going to end up binge eating. This is how to stop binge eating. So don't do that. Just do like slowly lower your calories instead of all at once. So once you've gotten pretty comfortable with your calories for, I would say, probably like a month, you're going to want to start working out. Because here's the thing, you can lose all the weight you want, but if you want that toned, sleek, fit look, you're going to have to work out. But that could be anything. That could be whatever you want. Some people roller skate. Some people dance. People play tennis. Some people play pickleball. Some people play basketball with their friends. Some people run. Some people ride their bike. Some people bike inside. Some people like the Stairmaster. Some people like the elliptical. Some people like lifting weights. Some people like bodyweight workouts. Some people like the equipment at the gym. So you just have to figure out what you like and then do that, and just try to get 30 minutes of like high intensity workout in a day. But again, it could be whatever you want. If you don't like going on the elliptical, don't do that. If you don't like running, don't do that. If you don't like riding your bike, don't do that. If you don't like dancing, don't do that. Find something that you enjoy, because that's the only way you're going to actually really love it. And I got into it with dancing. I really enjoyed dancing. So I was dancing every day. And then slowly I started getting where I was more motivated. Now I do like leg workouts, ab workouts, full body workouts, stuff like burpees and Bulgarian split squats, clamshells, reverse crunches, all the things that like are workout stuff. I do that now, but I wasn't motivated to do that originally because I was so out of shape. So that's why I started with the walking, and then I wanted to get a little more high intensity. You want to have your heart rate up to like at least 130, just to try and strengthen your heart and build your own stamina, basically. You build your own endurance. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, you gotta run for 60 minutes a day, but you just want to strengthen your heart. So the 30 minutes of higher intensity exercise is going to be a great way to do that. So let's recap. Number 1, change your mindset. You're going to do guided journals. Number 2, cut out artificial sweeteners. You're going to figure out different ways. I really like flavored tea, sparkling water, stuff like that. Fruit infused water. You're going to figure out which ones you like and drink those instead of the artificial sweeteners. Number 3, you're going to walk every day. This could be 10 minutes a day. You don't even have to say walk every day. Just move your body every day. Start at 10 minutes, increase from there. Then, number 4, get enough water. Like I said, sparkling water, fruit infused water, teas. I use flavored teas that are really good that you can try and you can find in my past videos. So get in your water any way you can without sugar. Number 5, you're going to try one new healthy recipe per week. You just have to try one. You want to get used to it. You want to lower yourself into the scalding water. That's stupid. Number 6, you're going to get 3 cups of veggies per day, and don't be scared to add cheese. Don't be scared to add butter. Make them taste good. Number 7, you're going to get 2 cups of fruit per day. If you don't like raw fruit, try it cooked. Try it on yogurt. Try it with cottage cheese. Try it with cream cheese. Try it in a bunch of different ways. Try applesauce. Try flavored applesauces. Try smoothies. However you need to get the fruit in. Number 8, you're going to increase your protein. Just start with adding 20 grams to how much you already do. Do that every week till you get to 120 grams or as much as you want. Number 9, you're going to find out how many calories you burn, and you're going to calculate your total daily energy expenditure, and you're going to subtract 500 from that, and that is your calorie goal. Number 10, you're going to start doing 30 minutes of high intensity exercise per day, 5 days a week. 5 days a week. Number 10, you're going to get 30 minutes of high intensity exercise 5 days a week. Find what you love to do. This is just to strengthen your heart. So yeah, it's a little bit of a slower ride. Like I said, in January 2024, and I didn't start losing weight until March 2024. So it does take less time. But like I said, I haven't been uncomfortable at all. The weight's just falling off, and it's been awesome. So I highly recommend these 10 steps to stop binge eating and finally lose the weight and keep it off, because I'm telling you, this has been a game changer. Just following these steps and what you need to do and how you can actually shed this weight without feeling uncomfortable, without feeling like you're depriving yourself, without feeling like you are just destined to be fat forever and you can't figure this out and you keep binge eating and you just can't figure it out. I promise you, I have been there. I know exactly how you feel, and following my 10 steps will really help you out. I can't do this to wow, I actually did that. And most importantly, just remember, you have to love yourself. You can't hate yourself into a body that you love. You have to love yourself into a body that you love. You have to love your body enough to nourish it. You have to love your body enough to move it. You have to love your body enough to want to change. You can't hate yourself enough to change. All you're going to do is make yourself miserable and make yourself putting yourself down and negative thoughts, and it's a cycle. And then you're laying there after eating an entire thing of Oreos and your stomach is hurting, but you still want to eat more, and you're crying and you're just thinking to yourself, how did I do this again? I was perfect all day long. I've been there. Trust me. So just remember that. Love your body. That's really the first step.